Yeah, welcome to day 2 for React with Redux. So today we'll be discussing about the day 2 ES6 features part 1. Here we'll be discussing about the let and const, which is very important. It is a language construct which we use to define the variable. We already have where which we are using it earlier. Then we'll be discussing about the template literals, how we can use the latest ES6 concept let template literal. And with the help of that, we can use the variables and string together as well as the HTML as well. Then we'll be discussing about the arrow functions, how we can use the arrow functions, the shortcut of the functions, the default parameters, rest parameters, spread operator. Then we will also discuss about how we can destructure the array, the object, and then I'll be giving the assignment. So let's start now. So I'm using VS Code and I've already created a day2 folder, the readme.txt file. Now I'm just creating a 01.js and here I would like to start with the let and const. All right, so let and const, basically this is the modern way by which we can define the variable. Both is having block level scoping. The only difference is whenever we have let, we can change the value. In case of const, it will remain constant. We cannot change it. So let's see the example. So for example, I have a variable called age, and in the age, I have the age is 25. And now I just want to update the age. So I can say age is equal to 30. So I'm just reassigning the value of age and then I'm just checking console.log age. So you can see the output will be 30. Now let's say I just want to run the code, so I can just right click open in integrated terminal. I'm already using the node.js, so I can say node 01.js. So we can see the output is 30. So when we are creating the variable with the help of let, we can reassign the value and we can see the output. So this will work. We can reassign the value, but you cannot redeclare the entire variable. So let's say if I'm saying age is equal to, let's say 32. So if I'll be doing this, then I'll be getting the error and the error will be syntax error. Age has already been declared. So I cannot reassign the complete variable, but yes, I can update the value. This is very, very important. Now suppose if I'm running the code, you see I'll be getting the error because already been declared. So, like suppose even if I'm just commenting all this, I just want to show this one. So when I'm running this, you see I'm getting the error. So it means whenever we have the let, we cannot redeclare the entire variable, but somehow we can update the value the way I did it earlier and it will work perfectly fine. So you can see we'll be getting the age is 30. Now let me create a new file 02.js and in this we will be using the const. So let's say I'm using the const and in this I'm creating a variable called country and the country is India. And now if I'm creating the country again, this will not work. So when I'm saying country is equal to, let's say USA, so I'll be getting the error. Syntax error identifier has already been declared. Now suppose if I'm running this code node02.js, so you see I'm getting the error. Even though if I'm trying to update the value, so let's say I'm saying country is equal to USA, then also I'll be getting the error. And this is the main difference between the let and const. So in case of let, we have already seen once we have the let variable, we can reassign the value. There is no problem. But in case of constant, the value should remain constant and we cannot update the value as well. Next. Next is template literal. Now this template literal is again added new in ES6. So earlier we used to have the plus sign for concatenation and displaying the result, but then in ES6 we can use the template literal. So for this I'm just creating a new file 03.js. So let's say I have a username and username is Harsh. So I'm just creating a new variable called username Harsh. And then next, I'm creating a interest. So let's say my interest is coding, gaming, and reading. So these are my interest. And then I'm creating a variable called birth. This is the object. Inside the object, I'm saying the year is 2000, month is January, and day is 1. And now I just want to print the result. So in the ES5, I'm using the earlier one, the previous version ES5, where I'll be using the plus sign for the concatenation. So I'm saying I have a variable called text1, and inside that I'm just saying my name is username. I'm interested in interest.join. I was born on birth.date, birth.month, and birth.year. Birth.year. I'm just doing the word rep so we can see all together. So this is my text one. Now when I'm doing console.log text one, so you can see node03.js, and we can see the result. My name is Harsh. I'm interested in coding, gaming, reading. I was born on 1st January 2000. Now here if you see I'm using the join function. This join function convert the array into string because interest is the array, and we are using join to convert array into string. So two most important functions we have, like we can use the join. What join does? So this convert array into string. We also have one function called split. We can use the split also. What split does? Convert string into array, the vice versa. So here I'm just using the ES5. I'm using the plus sign, doing the concatenation with the string and printing the result. This is how we are doing it earlier. Also, I'm using GitHub Copilot. That's the reason, I'm getting all these suggestions just to save the time, because if I'm going to write each and everything, it will take a lot of time. So thanks to GitHub Copilot for this, which is the AI tool. Now next, I want to use the ES6, so I can say ES6. And when we are using the ES6, we can simply use this backtick operator. So this is the backtick operator, and then we can use dollar and curly braces. So wherever we have the variable, we can use dollar curly braces, and then for the entire string, we can use the backtick operator. So I'm using the backtick operator start and the end, and saying my name is, now this username is a variable. So variable we can use dollar curly braces. I'm interested in, again, interest is a variable, join is basically a function, and we just want to convert the array into a string based on the comma. I was born on birth.date, birth.month, comma, birth.year. Now if I'm going to run this code, you see the output is exactly 100% same, but this time we are using the ES6 backtick operator, and we are just using the string and variable together. So now if you see both the code like ES5, which we are using it earlier, ES6, now ES6 looks better, simple, because here we can directly use the backtick operator and we can make the things dynamic. All right. Next is arrow function. Now this arrow function is also, recently introduced. So we already know whenever we are using a function, we can use the function keyword, define the function, or we can also define a function in a variable. But in ES6, we can also use the arrow function, which provide a shorter syntax for writing the functions. And with the help of that, it improves readability, and it automatically inherit the this value from their surrounding scope, making them widely used in modern JavaScript and React.js. So let's see one example. So I'm just creating a new file called 04.js. Now inside this, I'm just creating a function called add. So I'm saying function add and x comma y. This function return x plus y. I'm calling the function and I can see the value is 15. So when I'm running this code node04.js, so you can see the output is 15. We also know, like, instead of that, we can also say add is equal to function return x plus y, call the function. So then also let me change the function name. Let's say I'm saying add 2 and here I'm saying add 2. So the output will remain same. There is no change. So either we can write the function like this, or we can write like this. Both is fine. Now I want to use the arrow function, so I'm just converting this into the arrow function. So I'm creating a new file 05.js, and this is, I'm just copying this code and pasting it here. So whenever we are using the arrow function, the first thing is, let me write the same into the comment. So the first thing is, in arrow function, we can replace the function with this shortcut. This is the shortcut. So we can just replace the function with this. And second thing is, when it is a single line of code, so the return and curly braces is not needed. So remove the return and the curly braces. It is not needed actually. But if you have some conditions, let's say you have if else conditions, switch case, any kind of conditions you have, then the return and curly braces is needed. So what we can do is, first we can just remove the function as I mentioned, and we can just replace the function with this. And because we are just having a single line, there is no conditions, so we can remove this, we can remove the return, and we can remove this as well. Perfect. So we can just have the function like this, and then we can call the function. So now when I'm running this code, you see we are getting the same output, there is no change, but this time we are using the arrow function. So earlier we used to write the code like this. Let me add the same into the comment section so you can see both in the same place. So earlier we used to have the function like this, but when we are using the arrow function, then function is not needed, curly braces is not needed, return is not needed, because arrow function automatically return the value. So this is not needed. Perfect. Let's move forward now. Next is default parameters. So like whenever we are creating a function, we can always use the default parameters, which allow us to assign the default value to the function parameters. And if you are not passing any value while calling the function, then the default value is used automatically. So let's see the example. For this, I am creating a new file 06.js. Let's say I have a function called greet, and inside this, I'm just saying name is equal to default value is guest, and I'm just printing hello name. And initially when I'm saying just function, so you see the output is, I'm just calling the function, so by default it is guest when I'm not passing any parameter, so I'll be getting hello guest. But suppose if I'm passing lis, so I'll be getting the same. So when I'm running this code node6.js, so you see initially I'm getting hello guest, so when I'm not passing any value, I'm getting the default value as a guest. So we can see we are using the template literal here. So hello guest. But if I'm passing any name, let's say if I'm passing Harsh, so I'll be getting hello Harsh. So you see we are getting hello Harsh. So if you are not passing any value, then by default it will take guest. If you are passing the value, it will take the same. Right now I have only one argument. I am passing one parameters, but we can pass multiples also, because in the function we can always pass the multiple values. All right, let's proceed now. So the next topic we will be discussing about the REST parameters. So for the REST parameter, spread operator, destructuring, arrays and object, all this I'm taking in one example now. So I'll be giving you one example now where I'll be using the REST parameters also, the spread operator also, destructuring, arrays and object as well. So I'm just creating a new file for this 07.js. I'm just writing the same into the multi-line comment. So we'll be checking how we can use the REST parameters, the spread operator, destructuring array, destructuring object. So let's say I have one array which is having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I just want to use the REST parameters to collect the remaining items. I'm using the GitHub Copilot just for the shortcut purpose so we can save the time. So this is the array we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I just want to use the rest parameters to collect the remaining items. So what I want is I just want to take the first value, second value, and then this 3, 4, 5. This three value I want to take in another variable. So I'm using the rest triple dot rest and numbers. So when I'm doing the console.log first, we'll be getting 1. When I'm doing second, I'll be getting second. When I'm using rest, I'll be getting the rest of the items. So what is the rest of the items? The rest of the items will be 3, 4, 5. So you can see I'm getting the rest is 3, 4, 5. Now when I'm running this code, node 7.js, so you see I'm getting 1 and then I'm getting 2 and then in the rest I'm getting 3, 4, 5. One thing which is very important is we always need to use this in the last. We cannot use the rest of the items in between or in the beginning. Otherwise, we'll be getting the error. So always we need to use this into the last. So I'm saying console.log first, second, and the rest. And you can see I'm getting the same. And also we can have any variable name. Let's say I'm just writing other here. So here also I need to write the other. So it is not like the variable name should be rest only. We can use any. So you see I'm getting the same 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5. So this is also called, this concept is also called destructuring arrays. So this is also called destructuring arrays because we are destructuring the array because we are using triple dot. Triple dot is basically the spread operator, and because we are extracting the item from the last, this is called rest operator. So in short, I am using rest parameters, spread operator, and destructuring arrays in one example only. Now let me add one more example for this. So let's say I have one array called numbers of 1. This is 1, 2, 3. Then I'm saying I have numbers of 2, which is okay. Let me create a new array altogether. So again some numbers. So I'm saying this is 4, 5, 6. Let me remove this. So I'm saying I have a numbers 1, numbers 2, and using a spread operator, I just want to merge both basically. So with the help of spread operator, we can merge two arrays also. So this is the array number 1, this is the array number 2, and we just want to merge both the arrays so we can merge it as well. So the moment I'll be running this code, you can see the final output will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. So we are getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you are not using a spread operator, then what happens? Then you know what? If you are not using it, then we'll be having two array in one array. So we'll be having 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6 in one array only. But thanks to spread operator, because the moment we are using this, we can merge two different arrays. So when I'm running this code, you see I'm getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is the very important concept they have added. So we can merge the two arrays as well using a spread operator. Next, let's say I have an object called student. So I'm saying I have a student, and in the student I have name is let's say the name is Harsh, age is 20, grade is A. And then I just want to destructuring the object. So I'm saying constant name, age, grade. I want to get it from the student. In the student we have name, age, and grade. I want to do the destructuring. I want to extract the name, the age, and the grade from this object. And the moment I'll be doing console.log, we can see the name, age, and grade. So when I'm running this code, you can see we got Harsh, name, age is 20, and the grade is A. Now in the case of object, when we are destructuring it, we need to make sure the key will be same, because in arrays, there is no key and value. There is only value. We cannot have the key in the array. So we can have any variable name, either 1, 2, first, second, anything. But in case of object, we always need to make sure the key will be same. So name, age, and the grade, we want to extract it from this. And the moment we are running this code, we can see the name is Harsh, the age is 20, and the grade is A. Now if I just want to extract only name and age, So then we can remove the grade and we can see only the name and age. Or suppose if I'm saying, hey, I want to extract the name, but then all will be my uh, other other variable which contain all the other items. So in that case, the moment we'll be using this, we can see the other contain the age and grade because name we have already extracted. So when I'm running this code, you see I'm getting the error other here, but I'm using name and then triple equal to, I just want to get the other from the student, and maybe we can do one thing. We already have the other here also. So better we can have the different variable name other two. So I can just say other two and now I can run the code. So you see I'm getting age and grade because earlier also, I was having the other variable. So, we cannot have the same variable name because we are using the const. So it will be giving us the error. We have already discussed that earlier. So while extracting the value from the object, while destructuring it, I have the variable name other2 and you can see the output is this. Instead of other2, let's say I'm just changing them, just saying rest of items. And here also we can use the rest of the items. I'm just changing the variable name so there will be no confusion in the future. And you can see we have the age and grade A. Perfect. So this is how we can destructure the object. Now I'm just giving you another example for copy also because as I mentioned, we can create and copy for the arrays and object both. So now I'm giving you a very good example where I'm going to create one copy. So for this, I'm just creating the new file 08.js and let's say I have a variable called family. Inside the family, I have the father and after father, I have the mother and then let's say we have children also and the grand family also. So I just added this property. So this is the property and this mother is also the property, right? This we have already discussed. I mean, object contain the properties and methods. This is the array and this is the function. Now when I'm running this, so I'm just saying console.log and let's say I'm just saying the console.log of family. Now when I'm running this code node08.js, so you can see we are getting the father is John, mother is Chene, children is this and get family members. So now what I want is I'm creating a new variable. So let's say I'm saying I have const, I have a new variable called new family. Inside the new family, I'm saying this is family only. So I'm just assigning the family object to the new variable. The new variable is new family. And then I'm just doing console.log new family. Now when I'm running this code, so you can see whatever we have in the family, we will be having in the new family also. So when I'm running this code, you see family is having father, mother, children, get family, and the new family is also having the same. In ES6, when we are doing the console.log, I can write like this family and then comma. And here I can say new family and then comma. So, like the moment we are running this code, we will get to know, okay, this is my family and new family. So family is this, new family is this. Just for the understanding purpose, I'm doing. Otherwise, if you do not want to explicitly mention this key and value, in shortcut we can use in ES6, we can just write uh, family, and then here we can say new family. So you know what? Automatically, it will be having the key and value. We do not need to pass two parameters in the console.log now. So you see the family is this, new family is this. All right. So what I want is I just want to make some changes in the new family. I'm saying the new family is having the father and the father is Mike. So I'm just modifying it and then console.log family and console.log new family. Or instead of Mike, let's say I'm just writing my name Harsh. So I need to make the changes in all the places. Earlier it is John. So you can see like we have John and we can do one thing. We already have the console here, right? So for the time being, I'm just commenting this here also. I'm just uncommenting here. Now we can just run the code. So we can see like father is Harsh, father is Harsh. So you know what? The most important thing is we have updated the father in new family. We have not updated in family.father, but still we can see the father is also updated. The father is the family, sorry, family is also having the father is Harsh and the new family also. So it means even though we have updated the new family father, but it is updating the family father also because you know why? Because JavaScript object work as a reference. And it is because of that, even though if I'm updating family or new family, let's say I'm saying family dot mother is equal to Jane. So if I'm saying family dot mother Jane, so when we are modifying this family object, it will update the new family also. So currently the new family is having the mother is Jane, and what we are updating it here. Instead of Jane, we can write something else. So let's say Shara. I'm just saying the Shara now. I'm just updating it. So you know what? The moment we are running this code, instead of mother Jane, the new family is having the mother Sara and the family is also having. So in short, even though either we are updating the family or the new family, both will gets upgraded. Both will gets updated. Now what I want is I just want to create a copy. So I can say I am having the new family 2 and in this I'm just saying the family. So you know what? And then I'm just modifying the father name and the mother name and then just checking the family and the new family. So here I'm saying new family 2 is triple equal to family. So what it does is I'm just doing the word rep. So it will create a shallow copy basically. So what is happening is now new family 2 is a shallow copy. So if you are updating the father name David or the mother name Emily in the see we are updating the father in the new family 2. The David we are updating it. Now when we are running this code, let's say I'm just updating this only, father only. I'm not updating the mother in the family right now. I'm just saying the new family 2 father is David and console.log new family 2. So the moment I'll be running this code node08.js, so you can see here the family and new family is still having the father is Harsh. There is no change. But the new family 2, which is the copy basically, which is only having the father is change, which is David now. So, you know, whenever you want to create a shallow copy also, we can always use the ES6 spread operator concept because the moment, you know, we are using this, we are creating the copy. This is very, very important, which I have used more than 100 times in my project. So this is a very great feature, which I personally like in JavaScript ES6 because earlier, you know, it was, we already know JavaScript object work as a reference. But if you want to create a copy, then earlier we used to have JSON.stringify, JSON.parse in ES5. We do have some options by which we can do that, but it was little bit complicated while writing the code. But thanks to JavaScript because now they have added this ES6 and we can create a copy and then whenever we are modifying the new variable, it will not update the actual family. So this is very important. All right. And now I'll be giving you the assignment. Thank you.